Thank you so much for joining Be Your Own C.E.O show. My name is Priska Achuki, and today I'm so excited. We're going to talk in Swahili and English. I'm so excited to talk about issues pertaining family planning. With my friend here, we have really looked into issues affecting most of the girls in our counties, in our places, in our homes. And one of the things that has come out most of the time, that early pregnancies that these girls are having is as a result of the family planning. That is one of the major reasons that after we did our analysis from Busia County and other counties, we noticed that families have a lot of children, and as a result of this, they've ended up having not being able to take care of the children, providing food, house or other shelter and clothing. So the girls end up being victims of such cases and ending up having pregnancies. Today we're going to talk about family planning, and so allow me introduce my guest and give her a chance to tell us her name. We will communicate in Swahili and English, and you can also as well contribute towards this discussion.
Yes.
My name is Priska Achuki. Welcome.
Okay, thank
Welcome,
you.
Linda.
I'm so humbled to be here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my name is Linda Juma,
Mm-hmm.
and as she has said,
Mm-hmm.
we are focusing on family planning issues. Mostly, the family planning issues affecting a girl child or any other woman. And we are handling those women in the villages because most of them have no knowledge about this. So we came here just to make somebody understand and get out of that situation she's in. Yeah, we want our women in the village, get out of those situations that are being
The myths, the norms, the beliefs.
They're just there to give birth. They're just there to take care of the kids. Nothing else
And
they
nothing
can
about
think beyond.
themselves. Yeah.
That's what we've come here to eliminate.
Thank you.
Wherever you are, we need to put something
Talk to
in our
you.
ears.
Now, Linda, let's begin by looking at family planning. To our girls and to the women in the counties, when they are listening to this word family planning, what is this word family planning?
Yeah, family planning is a method or is a way on how you can help yourself have kids that you are able to take care of. Yeah.
Thank you. High five for that. Giving birth to kids that you're able to take care of.
Yes.
And by the way, let's just look at this scenario back to the report, or let's jump to the report from Busia County. Most of the girls who are getting early pregnancy is as a result of their parents not having or taking family planning that has made their parents give birth to many children to an extent that they are unable to take care of the children, and so part of the children between 9 to 15 years of age are unable to take care of themselves, or the parents are unable to take care of them. So the kids now end up getting or falling prey to border borders, and also falling prey to their uncles because they are unable to afford sanitary towels.
Sanitary towel, their
Yes.
personal effects is becoming a challenge they cannot afford.
They can't afford.
Yeah, and for sure, a kid of 9 to 15 years, this girl is still a young girl who cannot even think for herself.
Yes.
She cannot.
She's
She
still
has no way to
regardless.
hustle. I mean, she's still under the care of the parents.
Correct.
And for that reason, when we just expose them to the society, now we are giving them a mandate or just to go outside and look for the personal effects. We are still bringing problems in our own houses. We need to be those parents who are there for our kids.
Yes.
And this will come in a way that I'm giving birth to only 3 kids whom I know I'm a teacher.
able to raise.
I can raise them. You are a teacher. Maybe your salary is from 10 to 18.
20,000.
You're giving birth to 15 kids. How will you manage them? You cannot. Even affording a meal
is a problem.
Yeah, it shall. You cannot afford. So we need to give birth to kids we know we can take good care of. Yeah, we are exposing these kids to so much in the society. Yeah, these kids are suffering a lot. These kids are entering into sexual intercourse at earlier stages. We need to get away with such things in our own societies. And the moment the girl child is subjected to early sexual intercourse, the result of this is early pregnancy.
Early pregnancies,
Yeah.
and the kids can't even fend for themselves.
They cannot.
It's a sad state, and it's a sad situation happening. Yeah, and maybe if we look at the situation where these kids, or rather this family, they don't have any income, but the kids, they're busy naming their ancestors. My grandfather, my grandmother, they're naming their ancestors.
I mean, this is a notion that is always in our villages.
Yes, yes.
We need to get out of this.
That now I've named your mom. Now we need to give her.
You
You
need
name
to-
my mom.
you
name
naming
name your father. Oh no. We name your ancestor. Your okay.
Whatever is happening is not something that makes sense in life. When we base on the current situation in our economy, we cannot just be giving birth, naming ancestors, naming grandparents, naming our own parents. It cannot work.
It cannot work.
Have kids you can be able to manage.
care of.
Yeah. Have kids. Just name only 2 people. It has no effect. Yes.
And what is this with naming? I mean, you know your
Nothing
you know
important
your
about
state
it.
Linda. You know you can't even be able to afford 5 kids or even 3 kids. Your current state can only afford 2 or 3. I mean, just work with what you can at the
Work with
moment.
what you want.
Take family planning, right?
Sure.
So you know you married, you have your husband, you have your wife, and of course the conjugal rights have to go on. but take
You
family
need to
planning,
protect yourself
right?
from protect
Until you're
yourself.
at a state where you can afford
And by
to.
the way, maybe someone might be mistaking us. We are not here to discourage you from your conjugal rights. No, but we are here to emphasize on how you can protect kids out of the conjugal rights. Yes, you know, maybe someone is asking, which family planning can I do? And how can I go about it? We are here to let you know there are so many family plannings you can do. Yeah, I know people do work with myths like, oh, I was told when I
You will
use
have
a foil.
defected kids.
Yes, such a things are discouraging people, but you're busy making a lineup.
Honestly, this discussion is based on the report that has come out on early pregnancies. We had to look at the situation. You know, we are from Busia County,
Yes.
right? We went down there and asked questions. And some of the highest percentage of ladies or girls said that the family, there are so many in the family, and their parents are unable to take care of them.
Sure.
Some of them need things as simple as sanitary towels, but because the parent has a lot to take care of, the shelter, they cannot be able to afford that. That is what we are discussing here. Let us hit the nail on the head, where the foundation of all this is from family planning.
Yes, and I'll be taking you through the family planning methods that anyone, wherever you are, because I mean, you cannot be that one person who has a body that cannot fit anything. Yes, you have something you can do. I mean, for the family plannings, you can maybe choose on the coil. Coil, we are told this one is a non-hormonal. It's a non-hormonal. Yes. It does not affect your hormones. Once you putting on a coil, that is it. And it can't hinder you from doing your conjugal rights. You'll be free. Because people have said, oh, I inserted a coil, and when we were having a sexual intercourse with my husband, or he said he's feeling something, those are myths. Nothing like that.
Or you go to the hospital, they'll help you.
Yes, they'll help. You know, people are just discouraged out of what they hear from other people. Go try it yourself.
Depending on, I think you should visit the hospital, your
will
body
be advised
examined,
wisely.
and then from there you'll be advised
Yes.
the right family method, planning method to
You
use.
can do there is even implant on. People can insert 3-5 years. It's good. You can keep a period of 5 years without a kid, so that whenever the other kid whom you
so
are
that you can what the income you're having can be able to sustain the
the
ones
other
that you
kids,
already have.
this is what people are forgetting about. We are in the society where people are just waking up, giving birth,
And I'm
giving
thinking
birth.
this also is being contributed by idleness. Because you find that in the village, the mother has nothing to do, so is the father. He wakes up, goes to the village square, text Changa. They are having stories on what is happening on current affairs within the village. And then you have a mother who wakes up. Maybe the best she can do is just to plow around her house, then prepare 1, 2, 3 things. Then from there, it comes at 5 or 6, nothing to be done.
The best thing is making kids, and also there is lack of exposure. The village people, I mean the women's in the village, they don't know. You're not exposed in any way. What you just know is what you've said: plowing around, cooking lunch, cooking evening. Then at 5, 6, you're in the bed. Whatever you're doing is coming out. A result, kids are there.
Love yourself. As a woman, I know, I think we should also address the issue of how can they be able to do away with the idleness. Like, there are a lot of things going on in the village, like chamas for women. And these are small women groups that they come together, they contribute towards a common goal. And then from there, they are able to come up with something like business. From that contribution, I know when it's your turn, you're given some money, you're able to come up with a business that will keep you busy. And at the same time, Linda, these guys can keep themselves busy by finding out on the county jobs.
Yes.
Nowadays we have things like, we need cleaner, we need what?
Everything. By the way, when you are in the chama, you'll get to know much that is happening maybe in your community, in your county, elsewhere. People do share a lot while in the chamas. And even in the chamas, I know, there are people who knows about these things of family planning. You can exchange.
They can talk to you.
They can tell you what is there. For example, a by I'll be there to condemn those women who knows they have a fellow woman who is just giving birth, yet you are in the same chama. As women, let's be advocate for each other. Yes,
giving birth is not a problem. Please get us right. Giving birth is not a problem. What we're addressing is this: a woman, you need to love yourself. You're giving birth to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You get at that level where there are a lot of second, third, fourth wives. You can't even take care of yourself. You're busy taking care of the kids. And this guy, my friend, be your own CEO. Love yourself.
Love yourself.
Take care of yourself.
Always think of yourself. You know, the moment you give birth to so many kids, your mind will always be thinking about the kids. Like, what will they eat? What will they put on? How will they go to school? Everything in your mind will always be on the kids, forgetting about yourself, how you are just rapturing and looking like something. Yes. Take care of yourself.
Putting on one cloth from Monday to Monday.
Sure, we are not condemning.
If you've got the best,
we are opening somebody's mind. You have to get out of that.
Please take family planning.
To take family planning. You know, for the family plannings, we won't get much into early pregnancies for our own kids. Imagine you're having a girl of 15 years. She's giving birth. And you're still giving birth as well. You're giving birth as she's also giving birth. So you become a mother. Maybe your last born is 5 years. She's having a 2 years. You are the mother to those kids. Now you are like, you've given birth to twins. You're nurturing your own kid plus her kid. You know this. It's not a good thing. We need, as women, we just to have those methods that can help us. Like, we also need to talk to our small kids. Called as at 13, 14, 15 years, this girl is so ready to get pregnant.
But the society. She's the society. I mean, girl, you're still young. You need to love yourself. Go to school. And if at all you come from a family, I understand the backgrounds are sometimes crazy. But I believe in that society, you will never lack one person who has made it.
Yeah, sure.
Or one person who is an icon. It is always advisable, Linda, just approach. You know, we are your sisters here. We are talking about things that are affecting our girls, our sisters, our brothers. I mean, these things are there, they have solutions. Our interest is, please, take care of yourself, get help.
And I think we have to eliminate this thing of, I'm afraid that when I'll approach her to help my girl, now she'll know how much my girl is rotten. No. Just go talk to that one person who can advise your girl. Because in the village, people are assuming like, I cannot approach you with my problems, or you will judge me. But people are also judgmental, and that's what we have to get away with. When you're having a problem and you want an assistance, don't get afraid of anything. You just go seek for the advice or help, whichever way that person will take you. But the good thing is the result, will they be positive on you? That's what matters. So approach that one lady, that one person who understands, that one person who can guide that girl you have, because there are people in the village like mothers, they don't even have a say on their own girls.
On their own girls.
Like, when because I talk,
their life is shattered.
Yeah.
To an extent that they are afraid even to talk to their kid.
Yeah, she will shout at me when I correct her. That kid's like,
because the kid has seen, you're not even taking care of yourself. What are you telling me?
You're not even educated. Let's start from there. She knows my mom is a class 3 dropout. What can she tell me? There are kids of such kind in the village. So you just afraid I cannot address my girl. So you are afraid of addressing her, and the next minute she'll come there with a pregnancy.
Which will come there pregnant.
Yes.
My goodness. You brought in something very nice. You are a girl, you are a kid, and now you think you've made it. And so you're showing your mother disrespect. She is a class 3 dropout for you to be a degree holder. So remember, the foundation of your success begins from your mother, from your parents. And so you're supposed to come there and cover that nakedness you think she is undereducated. These parents have sacrificed to get you where you are. And so you have to give back. Be your own CEO. Come back and say, hey mama, you sacrificed for me to be where I am. Do not worry, this is your degree. Yes, it is not my degree. You have earned it.
Sure.
I am here as a representation of this family.
And do you think is a good thing, like we're having teenagers who are around 15 to 18 that are in colleges, maybe if you may ask, can you advise such girls to take family planning methods?
No, come on, Linda.
Wait,
this is a girl.
But why is
this is a student who is still in school. Their focus should be education. If you're telling a girl who is in college, who is in high school, to take family planning, you are encouraging immorality.
Okay, there is that case of encouraging immorality, but we want to cover something.
You know, if she knows that, I can't get pregnant for the next 10 years, you will find her sleeping with that woman, sleeping with that man, if it's, of course, sleeping with that sleep. No, Linda. We have to get back. Okay, maybe you have a different version, but from where I sit, I'm like, hey girl, you are a student. Keep to your education.
But many girls in campuses, they came back even before finishing their studies with kids. I think we should have to look for a way that might help them, in as much as they'll go around sleeping with men.
I think, Linda, these kids need to be talked to. I think from the foundation aspect of it, you are a kid. We have put you there as a family so that you become the light of this family, or rather, you better your life. And so if a kid gets there and you're telling them, hey, you can still use family planning, what are you encouraging? They will sleep around. And have you not heard women say they use so and so family planning method and it's never worked?
For real. But you mean what we just have to give our kids or our girls in campuses, it's only advice. But you think it's a good method that can help them out of it?
Linda, I'm thinking, if you are, I understand what you're saying from the other aspect, but I'm thinking it is not right. If you're a student, you're a student. It is not right.
But these students are the one who are tough-headed, like they cannot hear. We've held so much meetings. We've held so much.
I think it starts from the foundation. The family, the parents should talk to the kids and just advise your kids. In Swahili, there's a saying that says, "Samaki mkunje angali mdogo." When the kid is still young, that is when you teach him of the doctrines of the family and what she or he is expected to be when they grow up. So that when they get to college, they uphold that dignity from the family aspect. Yes.
You know that there is a parent who is there looking at us and saying, I've invested much in my girl, but what I know, I cannot talk to her. She cannot listen. I know she's going to campus, she'll sleep around, and I'm afraid she'll come back with that.
Perfect. That is why we're here. We can help you talk to your girl as the sister. We can help or we can link you to people who can talk to her. We have professionals, right, in that sector who can talk to the kid, professionals in different sectors who can even advise. We have counselors who can talk to this kid. There's an aspect where maybe when she looks at you, she thinks you can't tell her anything. And that again is dependent on how the kid was raised, the foundation. But through the exposure of counseling, or other different organizations that deal with such factors, I believe there's no one who cannot be talked to, lead and rectify. Let's look at the issue of family planning. When you look at the kind of activities which men or our kids who are boys or even youth engage in, these families are unable to afford food, maybe fend for shelter, and the boy is like, no, I wish I can do better. Then he gets into stealing.
I mean, for such cases, we still just go back to the family planning issues, because when you give birth to so many kids, then it become difficult for you to take care of them. We're still emphasizing, in as much as we need kids, in as much as we are told every kid always comes with his or her own plate, let's remember
The plates.
the plates are there already in your house, but what will fill the plates is what matters.
Is what matters. Thank you.
So we are just talking. I know, like I've been asking of that mama asking there, or my girl is that one whom you cannot talk to, you cannot advise, she cannot listen. I know I've sold even my house, I've sold all the cows in my household. She's in campus, but I know she'll bring me a baby. We are here just to tell you that we will be coming up with talks that can make that girl, whatever. If she doesn't listen to you, she doesn't listen to anybody else, mlete hapa, let her listen to us.
To her big sister.
Ile pia, like, I have mazoea with mama, and when she tells me, siwezi sikia, maybe she can listen. So hatusemi kwamba we advise such a girl aenda yake family planning. No.
If the girl is a student, they need
Let
to
her stick on her business.
Yes, and focus on education. But if she's that type who cannot listen, I urge you, mama, I urge you, dada, please let us connect her to the right organizations which will help her change her life. And maybe the only thing she needs is exposure. Once she has it,
but some people take exposure in a negative way. They think like, hanging up with other girls or even boys is now a good exposure. And the moment you keep on hanging out with other people, you don't know their foundation. Then that's where they get mixed up with things. I came from a family where we've been just knowing on the word. Like, we cover ourselves well. Now I've got into campus. I have that one friend.
You have the privilege of
mwenye akivaa their clothes are unashanga. I also just start getting into that.
That is
when I get home, listening to my mom is just like
peer pressure. I believe there's no one in this world who cannot listen, and there's no one in this world who cannot turn their ways and do the right thing. The show is Be Your Own C.E.O, and there are several ways in which you can be your own C.E.O at your place of service. And today we were looking at the early pregnancies in our girls, in our sisters, back where we stay. At least every county in Kenya, according to statistics, there were girls who had pregnancies at an early age. And out of the analysis we did with my friend Lynn here was to see what is it that is contributing to this. And most of the girls attributed that to their families having a number of children that the parents are unable to fend for them. They are unable to provide shelter, food, and even clothing. So they end up embarking on activities which are unwanted that leads to the early pregnancy. So with Linda, we just thought that let's have a session. We will also invite some experts who can help us, like doctors, to elaborate on areas in which you can have family planning. And if at all you already have kids, how can you be able to fend for them and even provide for them? And so, Linda, maybe as we wind up, what can you tell our mothers out there and our sisters out there and our fathers?
Okay, my emphasis on our mothers out there is like we are here to advocate for family planning. I know maybe this might be the first time you are hearing about this. So we are here to call you upon that wherever you are, go to your nearest health facility, go seek for the good advice, sit down with the doctors. We are trying to eliminate this issue or this notion of just giving birth with no future for your kids, giving birth and making your kids becoming, most of the people we are blaming, like the prostitutes in towns, most of them have just ran away from the villages because there are so many in their family. The life there is not conducive for them. They have nothing, so they came here with no papers, and what they can do best is just sleeping around with men. So they think that's the only way of just having income. We need to eliminate such things like give birth to kids. You can be able to manage or even take this kid from kindergarten to any level she or he will be able to attain with your own hands. Or if it has happened like you have so many kids, like 7 to 10, be that one parent who thinks very fast, look for the bursaries, go look for anybody who can just help you. We are trying to help our sisters, our brothers. We don't want them to be in jails like every now and then. Reasons, she has just stolen somebody's chicken. That's not a good reason. All these things are coming because there are so many in our family. So we are here to call upon our mamas, not even our mamas.
Even our
fathers go there.
Give our mothers
can please. They cannot give birth alone. You are the reason to why these are happening. So we are calling you upon, like, let's know what is family planning. Let's eliminate this issue of so many kids. Some of you are just walking with one cloth, like January to January. You don't have anything. You cannot even afford a good meal. Whatever you always think is about kids. You cannot think of yourself. There is a person at home who cannot even go to a health facility and even just afford a medicine of 50 bob simply because of the kids. We need to get out of that. Let's do family plannings. Let's live a good life. Let's live like any other person outside there. Happiness is self.
Thank you so much for watching Be Your Own C.E.O show. Like we have had an amazing discussion, I believe so. And wherever you are, I pray that please, every situation can always have a solution. Maybe you found yourself in what we are talking about. If you look at your right side, your east, west, north, you are surrounded by kids whom you have no idea how you can be able to take care of. And most of the time, by the way, there are situations or circumstances where you find out that a family has killed, or a father has killed the mother and the kids and himself. Why? Because he's unable to provide for them. Or you find that a mother who is a single mother has killed all the kids and herself. Or at the point when she was going to kill herself, then she's caught and the kids are dead. Why? She is unable to provide. Please let us embrace family planning. And if at all you found yourself in that situation, do not worry. There are several organizations that are coming in to help. And if you're in counties, you can visit your MCA, you can visit your women rep. We're here talking, and as women, if you're a woman, you can visit the women rep. And if you're a man, in fact, nowadays the organizations that are helping men as well. So please speak out. Speak out. If you're in that situation, please embrace any family method after you have visited the hospital, let the hospital examine you. They will advise you on the best family planning method, as Lila said, based on your body type. Right? And then from there now, you can be able to take care of the kids. You can be able to still have your conjugal rights,
we are
right?
trying to help people out of so much depression.
Yes,
People
yes,
just dying
yes.
silently
Because of family planning.
Yeah.
You have a lot of kids and you don't know how to go about it. Please do not die, do not kill the kids, do not kill yourself, do not be under pressure. Please embrace family planning.
Yes.
Thank you so much for watching Be Your Own CEO show. My name is Priska Achuki.